Yo, what's up friends? I'm Shulazari and welcome back to Making Impossible, the channel that teaches you how to make the impossible and be the smartest person in the room. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a really cool color change called the Erdnase color change, and this has been created by Houdini. And I'm going to show you two versions of this change. The first one is obviously the original one, the basic one, how this change is done. And the second one is with a little bit of variation on the original one. The second one will look a lot smoother and a lot beautiful because of the hand movements in the second one. And that is the variation in handling of the first one. So without any further ado, let's start our today's video. This week's Instagram feature goes to Shubhash. Follow him on Instagram. Link is given in the video description. I'll feature one lucky Instagram user every Monday in my Smack That Monday episodes. If you want your Instagram profile or page to be featured in my next Smack That Monday episode, follow the simple steps that are given in the video description. So now, let's continue. Alright guys, here's a quick performance of the original Erdnase change as well as the Erdnase change with a variation. Now the original Erdnase change looks like this. You can see a card over here, right? And you can see my hand, it's completely empty. Now watch this. If I do like this, if I cover the card with my hand, the card actually changes, right? Now this one was the original Erdnase change. Now if I'm going to show you the Erdnase change with the variation that I've put, it will look like this. You'll see this card, you'll see my hand empty. Now watch this. If I spin the card will actually change, right? Now let's see how you can do both of these changes, but before that let's go into the basics first. Okay guys, this is the tutorial for the Erdnase change. Now at first, if you're going to do the basic Erdnase change, all you have to do is a double lift, which looks just like this. Like you can use any double lift, but I'm doing this simplest double lift, okay? And for beginners who doesn't even know what double lift is actually a move in which you turn two cards as one, and it looks like this. And in reality you have two cards as one, okay? You're actually turning two cards as one. So what you're going to do is, after doing a double lift, you're going to hold the deck in the mechanic's grip, and as you hold the deck in the mechanic's grip, what you're going to do is you're just going to use your other hand and you're going to cover this card up, and also you're going to close your fingers. You're not going to press your fingers against each other very tightly because that would look unnatural. So you're just going to keep your fingers close to each other and you're just going to keep them firmly, okay? So at first you're just going to close these fingers and then you're just going to cover this card up. And as you do that, you're using this part of your fingers to push this card outside, okay? To push this card away from you. And as you do that, you'll see that the other card exposes over here. And you're not going to lift this hand after pushing this card. You're just going to use your palm to glide that card outside, okay? And as you glide that card outside, you're going to glide this card along the edge of this deck, along this corner, onto the fingernails, because your fingernails are slippery, and since these are slippery, it will be easier for you to glide that card on the top of your fingernails. So what you're going to do is you're just going to push this card, glide the bottom card out and take it onto the top of the fingernails just like this. Then you're just going to place that card on top of this card, okay? Just like this. You're not going to place this card squared with this card or just like this. Instead of that, you're going to place the bottom card, which was here, to the top of this card, out jogged. Okay, a little bit out jogged, so that after placing, you're just going to curl your fingers in, and as you curl your finger in, you're also going to push this card backward. And as you push this card backward, this edge will strike these fingers, and that is the time when you will actually understand that the cards have squared itself up. Sorry, the cards have squared themselves up. Now that is how you're going to do the Erdnase change, okay? So you're going to just push this card over here to square it up. Now that is the first one, and that is the basic Erdnase change. Now let's move on to the Erdnase change with the variation. And for doing the Erdnase change with the variation, you still have to do a double lift in the beginning of the change, because you're still doing the same thing of placing the other card on top of the other card. So what you're going to do at this change is you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to push this card, you're just going to bring the other card back just like this, glide it onto the fingers, then as you come over here and as you squat this card up by just pushing this card this side, you're going to use your index finger or your middle finger, whichever finger suits you. Just use one of those two fingers to grip over here at the corner of this both cards when they are squared up, and then you're just going to remove this thumb and you're just going to swivel this card around this finger. Okay, this finger would be the pivot point, and around this point you're just going to swing this card out like this. And in full motion, if you do that, it would look just like this. It looks like that you have come over here, covered the card, and you spin the card and it changed. So this is how the second version or the second variation of the Erdnase change looks like. Okay, and this is how it's done. And of course the second variation is a lot more smoother. Now there are some people who would think that they can't do this move because their hands are small, and for them I have some tips, and which will be the angle. So you can just angle yourself to this side. Since I'm right-handed, while I'm covering the card, I'm covering the card with my right hand, so I'm going to turn the left side of my body, the left side, away from the spectator, and right side close to the spectator. And as I do that, this card will be seen like this. And if you're going to do this change, you can actually do it very easily, because this hand will cover up most of the part, which will be actually visible to when you're doing it just at the front. And that is how the angle also depends for people with smaller hands. And for people with smaller hands, you can just use this tip to cover this entire movement up so that nobody can see how this change is done. Okay, and of course if you're going to use this color change for any card trick, for example for finding any spectator selected card, then what you have to do at the beginning is obviously you have to control the spectator's playing card to the top of the deck. Okay, and you can just do that by using any card control that you prefer. For example, any shift or any pass, just do it and just control that card to the top of the deck. Okay, and then you're just going to do a double lift, show a different card, and then you're going to just do the Erdnase change just like this. Okay, and that's how the Erdnase change is done. That's how it looks like when done with the variation. It looks quite a lot smoother, and that is why I love this variation which I've put onto it. And that's it for the entire tutorial, and that's it. So I hope you enjoyed learning this amazing Erdnase change along with its variation. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did so. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at @Shoal_Zari. Also, if you have any questions, you can use the comment section for that. And don't forget to subscribe to my other channel, which is a pretty savage channel. I post funny videos over there. And the link to that channel will be given right in the description box as well as in the cards. And don't forget to smash the subscribe button of this channel if you're not a subscriber yet. And turn on the post notifications so that you don't miss my upcoming videos and my future Smack That Monday episodes. Peace!